Guys, I absolutely love the smell of bluebells, and I'm amongst some bluebells, so I thought I'd film the video here. So the word for hyacinth in French is jacinthe, and hyacinths of the wood, or of the woods, jacinthe des bois is how you say bluebells. So today's video is dedicated to Tom Cashin. Tom sent me a happy birthday on my LogicLanguageLearning Facebook, which I check so very rarely that I didn't even notice, so I feel most ignorant. And Tom has a great aesthetic, so the bluebells are dedicated to Tom. So today's video is all about a tricky conjugation or a group of verbs which conjugate in a similar way. And I will pop a big list of them underneath in the description box, but the basic thing joining them all up is that you have got two vowels, so an A and I, or an E and an I, and then you have an N, a D, an R and an E. So verbs like plaindre, se plaindre, éteindre, restreindre, atteindre. So, first things first. We know, as a bit of backstory, that words with an N in them, when they go feminine, or rather when we add sort of E's and things to them, that they change not just the soft hard quality, but that they actually go higher. So for example, Tom is an Américain, okay? But a female American is an Américaine. Italien, Italienne, Parisien, Parisienne. We're not just saying Parisien, Parisienne, okay? So we know that stuff happens with N's, okay? The next thing to remember is that prendre in itself, prendre in itself, has got a few surprises. So for example, DRE verbs classically, vendre, soft hard, vend, 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 vendant, vendez, vende, as opposed to prendre verbs which contain prendre, prend, 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 prenons, prenez, prennent. So we already kind of know to be on our guard with ENDRE verbs. We've also got now another NDRE group then. So what's going to happen with this is you're going to treat them totally like classic soft hards, for the first three. So if I went to se plaindre or plaindre, se plaindre is kind of to pity, but se plaindre is much more common, which means to complain. So se plaindre, so je me plains. Let's forget the reflexive for the moment. So plaint, 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 plaignons, plaignez, plaignent. So the hard sound that you're bringing in is a ny, G and an N. Now, not only will you have to remember the ny, so nyon, nye, etc., with the nous and the vous, you're going to have to remember to take the previous vowel higher. So plaint, 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 yeah. Or to comb your hair, which I should probably do more often. So peindre. No, what am I on about? In this case, similar verb. In this case, to paint, peindre. So peint, 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 peignons, peignez, peignent, which is where a peignoir comes from, which is one of the alternative words for a robe, a dressing gown, a robe de chambre, because ladies who always used to have long hair and have it pinned up used to comb their hair wearing one of these silk robes, which is quite nice history. So any verb which works like this with the double vowel, yeah, AI or EI, and then the NDRE. So whether you think diphthongs or whatever you think about the double vowels, the fact is it's a double vowel plus an NDRE. So for example, I complain, je me plains, tu te plains, il se plaint, nous go up, plaignons, vous plaignez, ils se plaignent. To comb, to paint, peindre, je peins le mur, I paint the wall, tu peins le mur, il peint le mur, nous peignons le mur, vous peignez, peignent. To turn off, we've all got a load of tech at the moment. Thank the Lord, because how would we have managed otherwise with the corona lockdown without our tech? So basically, to turn something off is éteindre, a little bit like the word extinguish in English. So éteindre, screaming child. Sadly, you can't turn off a screaming child. Well, you can, but I don't have my catapult with me. Catapulte. So éteindre, éteint, 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 éteignons, éteignez, éteignent. So this ny sound is going to be really important then for a lot of other tenses. So it's going to be used in the imperfect. So for example, you know the trick, guys, that if there's an interesting verb, that to work out the was tense, the imperfect tense, you are going to have to use what's going on in the nous. So for example, nous finissons, I was finishing, je finissais. You'll use that as your base. Nous disons, je disais. So consequently, if you have je me plains, tu te plains, il se plaint, nous nous plaignons, I was complaining or I used to complain, je me plaignais. Okay? I was painting, je peignais. Okay, so you're going to use this gn for that. You're equally going to use it for your subjunctive. You guys know very well that the hard sound of a verb will often crop up for the subjunctive. So for example, what should we say? Je dis, tu dis, il dit, nous disons, vous dites, ils disent. It's necessary that I say, il faut que je dise quelque chose. So same with this. Yeah, you need to complain. Il faut que tu te plaignes. Okay? I mean, obviously, one could say il faut se plaindre. It's necessary to complain in general. All right. We do love to complain in France. We really do. Good. Now, notice that the adjective is often formed from, or the vowel, the verb, the noun, is often formed from the past word, the past participle, le participe passé. So, for example, I switched off, j'ai éteint. Yeah, if something's switched off and it's feminine, éteinte. Yeah, a complaint, plaint. Yeah, okay. Our complaint, nos plaintes. So you will see that as well. So in other words, don't be afraid of going to gne. Go high and gne. Yeah, je me plains, tu te plains, il se plaint, nous nous plaignons, vous vous plaignez, ils se plaignent. Peindre, je peins, tu peins, il peint, nous peignons, vous peignez, il peigne. And I will pop all the other verbs underneath which work in the same way. Okay? But you can recognize them because there will be a double vowel and then the gn. No, there will be a double vowel and then the ndre, and in the hard sound it will go to a ny sound. Okay? A bit like you sort of, you know, the way people sort of say gnocchi, like with gnocchi. I know people say it in a rather clumsy fashion about Italian. When talking Italian, when Brits or Americans or whatever, we just say, oh, gnocchi. But gnocchi, that kind of quality, the gn, all right? If this has been useful for you and you want to treat me to a coffee so that I've got the energy to come out amongst the bluebells and make more grammar videos, then please remember that I have a Kofi account, Kofi. If you just search for it under Logic Language Learning, it will be mentioned in the description underneath. Please subscribe, and please remember that I do also have the podcasts available at the moment. Okay, I hope you're all very well. Keep washing your hands. We're getting through this. Best wishes. Take care. Bye bye.